Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Christine, and I just wanted to take a few moments of your time and to share a couple of our thoughts and things that are coming in from Spirit and things that will be of great benefit to you, hopefully. This morning, one of our basketball heroes, Kobe Bryant, was killed in a plane crash. Looks like one of his daughters was also with him. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because it's going to bring up a lot of feelings. And many people that don't know, we're not going to talk about the family right now. We're not going to talk about Kobe as the individual. We're going to talk about what this does when somebody you don't really know it passes from physical life. And I can see this already. It's going to cause a lot of heartache, a lot of grief. People are going to consider this a tragedy. Again, we want to remind you that there truly are no tragedies. There's lots of trauma that happens for people. This is going to be more on a national scale. Because this man was really beloved. This man was not only good at what his craft was, but he had a big presence in the community around him, and his reach went around the globe. But what he is asking me and asking us to please consider is, one, these feelings are being brought up for you at this time. If you're listening to this now, there's things within you that you want to understand a little bit better. So take a moment. And if you are affected by the death of Kobe Bryant, more than, I'm not even going to say that. It doesn't matter how you're affected by the death of Kobe Bryant. His family's, perhaps you feel greatly for his family. Perhaps you feel greatly for him. You're feeling a tremendous loss because he's one of your sports heroes. Perhaps he's a philanthropic hero. Perhaps you just like the way the man led his life. He wants you to understand that it appears he's leaving a big hole. It appears that he's leaving in tragedy and that a life cut short. He's asking me to pass on to everybody that yes, he is leaving a big hole, but not an impossible hole to fill. So whether it is Kobe Bryant or somebody else in your life, and right now we're mostly talking about celebrities, people that you don't really have a personal relationship with, but they have an effect on your life. So take a few moments, and what is this man, what is Kobe Bryant, or any celebrity, person you don't know, perhaps even a community member, but we're going to focus on Kobe for the moment because he is here with us. Yes, I was just checking in. Yes, he's here with us because he's now part of the all. He is with all. Yes, he wants y'all to understand that his focus, his attention is, of course, with his loved ones and with his higher self, that he is part of this collective consciousness. And he is about expanding heart. He says, my whole message, what I wanted to teach, he says, I wanted to teach people, not from a pulpit or not from a schoolroom, but I wanted to teach people how to live the most, he says, my most orgasmic life, my most effective life, was to absolutely, one, he said he wants you to follow suit if this is something you're interested in, is find something you love and make that your life. Find something you absolutely love and focus on that. And it is a singular focus. It's his choice happened to be basketball that led to other things. But he knew in his heart, he was a very physical person. He wanted physicality to be part of his life experience. So, and we can hear many people saying, well, that's not possible for me. I can't do that. He has talent I don't have. My life just won't lead to that. Stop. Please stop. You may not know what you love. You may not know yourself quite that well yet. This is an opportunity to take that time and to try things out. What is it you absolutely love? Don't look at the outcome. Don't look at the outcome. When Kobe was the first time he picked up a basketball, his outcome wasn't going to be I'm going to be one of the greatest basketball stars that the United States has seen. I'm not going to be the greatest basketball player that has a global effect on people. He just wanted to play basketball because he loved it so much. So what is it that you love to do? And just do it. Do it one time during your day. Have that be an intentional focus for, I'm going to say 6 minutes. For 6 minutes a day, do what you absolutely love. And if you don't know what that is, try different things. But I know you know what it is, and what has happened is when we find what we absolutely love, it gets covered with other things. It gets covered with other people's thoughts. It gets covered with our judgments. I reached a point in my life after many, many years that I absolutely do what I love every single day. It may not be, and that is doing my intuitive work, working with clients, working with the greater good, working with conversations with source, listening and translating information from different consciousness and different thought forms within our planet. It is not the only thing I do with my life, but I make sure that every single day I'm doing it. And I can tell you quite honestly, I'm in a place in my life that I've never been before. There's no other place I want to be. I will continue to keep doing my intuitive work. I will continue expanding my consciousness as I help others expand their consciousness, but I'm not looking at the outcome. I'm just doing what it is I love to do. So number one, Kobe wants you to say, he wants you to understand, do what it is you love, find out what it is you love, and then follow that path. He says, go back to the hole. So he will leave a big hole. Again, we're not going to talk about his immediate family right now. We're just talking about how he is as a person within our community and how he has affected humanity. Look within your feelings right now. What do you think is missing? And I'm talking specifically to people that are fans of Kobe Bryant or fans of a celebrity. What did they encourage in you? What did they inspire with you? And how did they make you feel? He says he had the best ride. He absolutely loved life. He's so grateful and thankful that he could encourage and inspire so many people. But what his true gift was, the inspiration that he could provide within yourself. And he's very grateful that he got to play the sport that he chose, that he got to be part of a great organization, that he got to have such, from what he did as a talent, became part of how he affected the world in a greater stage. He's talking about his philanthropic work and his teachings and his connection to children, connection to different organizations. Again, I'm just listening because I don't know his total background. But he says, I've left a space, and any void or any space has the ability to be filled. So he says, there are people within my organizations that will step up or just increase their role, and they will continue what we were doing philanthropically. There are many, many young people, men and women, coming up with athletic talents that will start filling this space for people that are looking for something outside themselves. We're being very careful with our words because we don't want to add judgment, right? It is absolutely okay to look outside yourself for inspiration and motivation, but Kobe says, turn around and find it within yourself, right? He just happened to be so in alignment with what his physicality was and what does he want to experience that it became much bigger than he ever imagined. He says, actually, I met all my dreams because I stayed in alignment with my higher self. So he wants you to do is, wherever you feel there may be a void, is to see where you can feel that within your own life. And again, Kobe is telling me to talk about the feelings he inspired in people. And he's very careful with his words, and I'm listening I'm very intentional with words that are coming out. Yes, he actually loved the adulation, he loved the cheering, he loved the whole thing, but he is curious he's curious as I'm just curious. I've observed society, I've witnessed, because he had his part here, he wants to understand that nobody has a small role in society. Nobody has a small role in humanity. And it feels like because of his status in life, perhaps he had a bigger influence. He's asking you to please look at yourself. Look at yourself and be the biggest cheerleader for yourself as you were for him or your sports team or your movie star or your musical star or celebrity. Do for yourself what you do for others. Yes, he says, if everybody had the support, the love, and the encouragement that I had, he says, and yes, I worked really hard. I worked super, super hard. And I created, with support from others, my dream life. But I had within me this knowing that being my best self could be accepted, and then I could bring it to my next highest level, into my next space of consciousness. So he's just asking us to just do for ourselves what we do for celebrities, what we do for people that we don't even know. And he says, and I have had both sides of the coin. I'm very fortunate that I have many people that that liked what I did and liked me, but I also had my critics. He said, but my critics never deterred me. I knew who I was. I know who I am, because I'm still the same energy as when I was in the body. I am still Kobe. And he's just taken a brief moment to spend some time with us and to encourage you to please look at what feelings this is bringing up for you. If you're hearing about this, this is a great opportunity for you for inner reflection. And we do, as a human race, have great compassion for one another. And I'm just looking, great compassion for the family that's left behind. Sorrow, sadness. So we have compassion for someone else that a family you don't know. Just bring it home a little closer and see where's your compassionate field, because you're always in the field of compassion, whether you're acting on your most compassionate thought or perhaps your less compassionate thought, but you're always in a field of compassion. So where's compassion that is directed towards yourself? And then please look equally. Compassion for yourself and compassion for those actually in your immediate circle. Those you share a home with, those you share a workspace with, those you share your life with. And of course, have compassion for people who lose loved ones, people who have hard times, absolutely. And he's very appreciative of the compassion and support that's being already spread and given to himself and to his family. Perhaps he'll come back another day, we'll talk to him again, but he really wants us to take this moment in time to focus on the bigger picture. And if you feel like, because it feels like some people really know his story very well, and they know where he connects to the communities. It seems like he's involved in lots and lots of different communities, a lot of outreach programs. He has a big philanthropic arm, and he's not leaving that space knowing that it won't be filled. He's leaving that space knowing that many, many people will step up to the plate and fill that up. So within your life, within your personal life, see where you can reach out to others, where you can extend your best of yourself to create a better community. Okay? Then we're just going to take a moment and we're going to bring in some toning that will help those watching. This is an energetic field that will bring your body into alignment. Will open up your heart space, and you can just set the intention for your highest and best good, whatever's best for you, but also set the intention that any place where grief interferes with your life in this moment, for lack of compassion for yourself or others, or where you idolize someone before you idolize yourself, any thoughts, beliefs, patterns that perhaps are not in your highest and best good, I want you to just sit back, take a deep breath, and allow what's best for you to come through. I think this is the first time we've done a toning on YouTube or on a video. So what it is I just go into source energy, and as we've told you before, energy is vibration and frequency. So there's a sound to it, and we're just going to go into the sound that will help align those watching go into their highest and best place. Okay. peace. That was just a brief introduction to toning. It's very similar to light language that comes through. It's just another way to increase your heart space, to bring you into alignment. Some of you that are sensitive to energy recognize the subtle energies, may have felt it in your heart space, may have felt it in different ways. If you don't feel anything, just please be assured that you're still receiving the same support, love, and guidance as those who are more sensitive and feel it. I just really want to thank you for giving me a few moments of your time. I do want to extend my love and gratitude to Kobe, who came in, which was a bit of a surprise. Extend such love and gratitude to him and to all who are listening, to all beings on earth, known and unknown, invisible and visible, for helping us in this transition of love. We're going to a great, great place of love. And it is up to us, to me and to you, to make sure that we do the best we can, that we do all things with love. And that take a moment, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. I know this news is going to affect the news of Kobe Bryant's death. It's going to have a big impact, in that it is going to give people choices. We get choices every single day. Take this gift. Man, he's got his arms around a lot of people, a lot of communities. Very serene and gentle energy with this man. Very loving, kind, and generous. He says, what I did is I put my best foot forward every single day. Yes, I had missteps, personally and professionally, but always lived with the knowledge that my highest self, that my purest truth, and my holy heart could lead my way. And that's how he lived his life. So just encouragement to have you do the same. And if you need to take some time to explore what it is this event is bringing up for you, please do that for yourself. And if you need any help figuring that out, write it out. I'm always available for consultation, so please let me know. Again, I see you, I hear you, I understand you. I'm here for you. And thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.